I love that it did it automatically this time.
Yay!
Perfect.
I love that because everything's so easy for us.
Everything's so easy and it flows so well and perfectly. Hey, Jazzy, welcome again. Welcome, Glazed. So happy that you're here. All right, so you are the source of magic. You are the source of your reality. The word magic, coming from ancient Persian magush, power, to be able, right? The word God even comes from to be able, right? Power, energy. When you are a magician, what does that mean? It means you wield your power. And what is your power? Your power is consciousness. Consciousness, the animating force of the universe. Consciousness, what you are conscious of. When you say, I am healthy, and your body says, yay. And when you say, I'm sick, and your body says, okay. When you say, I'm wealthy, and your world responds, yes, here, have more, have more, have more. When you say, I'm so poor and broke and I have nothing, and the world says, okay, well, let me take all this fucking away. You are the source of your experience. So speak goodness, wellness, kindness through yourself. What is your magic? What is your magic? Your magic begins with your thought, with your breath, with your being. Take a deep breath in right now, and I want you to feel ease as you breathe in. Breathe in ease. And as you exhale, letting it go, soften a little bit. Realize you don't have to force things. Things flow easily. When you remember your power, what is there to force? Force, the word in physics, it is an energy vector. That means it's an energy with a direction and magnitude. So it's in a direction. Force is just simply putting your direction. All the force that's required really is your attention in the direction you desire. So shifting your consciousness. Remember the other day I mentioned, think of it like two plants. One, if you want to grow one, put the sunlight on that. Stop putting the sunlight of your attention on the other plant you don't want to grow. Why are you watering it with your attention, your life force energy? You are light. You're staring at it and it's growing and getting bigger and you're like, oh my God, why is it getting bigger? Look away from it. Turn away from it. Put the focus on what you choose. Your power, your magic is always your consciousness. Even the word consciousness, with shiousness, meaning with knowledge, right? With knowing. Olivia started the last session of the live, which by the way, the replay is on her YouTube. The replay for this will be on mine. Mentioning knowledge. What is knowledge? Knowledge is to separate out, to split something out, to witness a singular knowing, singular perspective. In the infinite iterations, there are all things available. So this could be true here, that could be true there. They don't mean that this is never true over there because it exists over here. However, me as a singular perspective, what am I choosing to know and witness in this moment? The reality exists where your body's healthy. The realities exist where your body is not healthy. Who are you going to be? Are you going to be the one that knows that it all works for you, that it's all easy, that it's all perfect? Or are you going to be the one that knows it's a struggle? Well, I know I have to work hard. I just, I know it can't be that easy. It can't be that easy. It cannot be that easy because I won't allow it to be. Because I think maybe it needs to be harder. Otherwise, what's going to happen? Oh, game over. Why don't you play a different game? Why don't you just, for funsies, play the game of ease? Play the game of joy. Play the game of what if it all works for me? What if I'm in love with my life? What if this magic that I am is ease? What if the magic that I am is love? What if I put more focus on the plant of love? What if I grow love? Growing love in your body, saying like, oh my God, cells, you feel so good. Oh my God, business, you're booming. Oh my God, I get to play with so many people. Oh my God, we get to collaborate in the most beautiful ways, the easiest ways. You are perfection. You are joy, you are love, you are everything. So be wisdom, be grace, be who you desire to be. Thank you so much for the lovely gifts. Thank you, beautiful beings. So, the game of today, at least as I'm going to invoke it, is play the game of ease. How can I let this be easier? How can this be more magical? Even if you just start saying, like, you know what, the most magical things are happening to me. I also like invoking epiphany. And I know Olivia said something about epiphany earlier. No, to me, not to you guys. But I like to invoke an epiphany. I like saying, like, I received the perfect epiphany, right? I received the most wonderful epiphany. I received an epiphany about something, you know. I received the epiphany of magic today. I received the epiphany of whatever it is that makes my life easier. You don't have to ride the struggle bus forever. You can get off at the next stop. Get off at the next stop. You've been to Tringsville more times than you need to. Why don't you get off the stop at, like, Easy Town, Easy Street? Get off there and be like, wow, oh my God, they've got ice cream cones for free that they're just handing out in all my favorite flavors. Red raspberry ice cream with dark chocolate in it? Yes, thank you. If you are experiencing a bunch of struggle, that's okay. No punishment. Punishment belongs back with Struggleville. Don't bring punishment with you to Easy Town, right? It's easy. So the easiest thing is just like, oh, that was that moment. That was what consciousness as me wanted to play out and experience in that moment. So now I'm just gonna, I can be to the side. Let's put that to the side. And instead, what are we experiencing right now? Ease, joy. Okay, cool. I love that. I love that so much for me. I love that so much for us. That's so much fun. So, I'm feeling called to share another poem. I shared a poem on Olivia's live. I'm going to share, change is a constant here, parts of it at least. It's a longer piece. You always have the ability to shift and change your mind, and remember that it's the sentences that you write are how you're defined. So the images that you see, you draw the line by the words you create as you sentence yourself to time. That wasn't the poem, that just came out right now.
Really?
that just happened in the moment. That was a little predecessor, precursor. I'm in love with the ones I remember. I am. So I guess that it's true I love everyone then. So who was I holding back love from in stealth when there's only just me playing games with myself? So if I was mistreated, then I healed myself. I'll get up and walk when that's best for my health. And if loving and leaving are part of that deal, then count me as lucky because love is still real. And you'll never find change staying stuck to a wheel. So it's time to acknowledge the way that you feel and rightly assume that you came here to kill off all those stories you willingly spill. If I recognize part of me present to pain, I get to love her. Though I used to refrain, I had judged myself weak for those places I'd aimed where I'd missed the mark like my brother Cain. But there is no sin. I am able to say, give voice to my pleasure and check the wordplay. Let what's dead drop. Autumn leaves in decay. I maneuver and choose a new view here today. I embrace my new narrative, choose the upgrade. I am written, delivering self off the page. I am confident, certainly. Check where I lay, stacks down like Midas. What I touch is what stays. I have shifted my focus and seize this new now. Carpe this moment and take a big bow. I am praising myself and suggesting this how. When you plant seeds of pleasure, you reap where you've plowed. There are juicier nuances to be reviewed. There never has been a statement more true. You choose the version of you to imbue, or your will goes to waste as you do what you do. So sit in your suffering or transmute it through. Sit with your feelings. They won't overwhelm you. Give space every day in each moment you're living. Asking yourself, you receive and are given. infinite knowing to show it is close, then nothing is planned over. Moments are chosen. Sitting in subarctic space, if you're frozen, empty the brain and remember you're growing. Breathing each breath like a bellows to blow in the face of a fire, feeding oxygen flow in each word that you speak is a miracle chosen. You gain inspiration, so speak, and you're open. There's an ease to the pouring of energy flowing as you feel you are filled with the vibe and the knowing. If love's what you're choosing, high vibe in the moment, magnanimous attitude, alchemist, docent. What are you writing? Each sentence you speak, you're spelling it out, casting that which you keep in you as true. You decide what you do. All of the voices you choose to renew, each lease re-up and refresh in your ease, manifesting the best with each breath that you breathe. You are tuned to it now, so completely release. You are tuned to it always. You gained what you seek, a renewable life source. Tap in to it free. It exists from within. Feel your spirit unleash. The uncoiling fuel enters me as I be. I am loved. I am holy. I'm sacred. I'm me.
That was so awesome.
Thank you. And I'm gonna give the mic to Olivia because I think that that's a great place to wrap my segment.
Yeah. Wow. Excuse me. That was incredible. I've heard it before, but like it's amazing. I'm like, wow. I'm sorry. I'm like coming down from like your energy, Rose. It's so captivating. Okay. So you are the source of magic. Where do we begin? The other thing that I wanted to talk with you guys about is understanding yourself as the source, period, and what that means. And I want to explain it to you guys in a way that really helped me, because what I see is that a lot of people they see magic, like when they say that you're the source of magic, right? They see themselves as like a person in the world. The world has its own things going on. Everybody else has their own things going on. And I am a person with magic, right? Almost like, maybe like a witch or something. Like I have my wand and I can do this, but so does everybody else. And so does the world, and all, everything else also has power. And so I have power, but it's almost like you're fighting the power the second causes, right? But if you could see that you're not really in the world, that you are projecting it, that makes it even more sourcey, even more source-like. So the way that I love to explain this is like a dream. When you're dreaming, there's an entire world outside of you. Even if you were to get into like a plane or a rocket ship, there would be a universe outside of you. Even in the dream, the you that you are associated with is apparently not you, because apparently you are asleep on the bed, right? But this you is feeling, seeing. I taste in my dreams. I was telling my mom and my sister, they're like, you taste in your dreams? I was like, yeah. My dreams are very vivid, but in my dreams, like I'm having almost the same experience that I'm having in real life as far as vividness, right? And so even when it comes to dreams, nobody remembers how the dream starts, right? You just remember that at some point I was just here and doing this thing, and right? So it's like, but absolutely none of those things, your body, the world around you, the people around you, the universe beyond the clouds, none of those things are outside of you. All of those things are being projected from your consciousness. Every experience that you're having within consciousness. And so, better yet, the dream is made up of your consciousness. Even if you're not lucid, right? Which is just being aware that you're dreaming when you're dreaming. Like I said, I have very vivid dreams. So even when I'm not lucid, I can remember my dream and I can remember what I was thinking in the dream. So I can remember that I was thinking about a white dog, and then a white dog immediately came into my dream, or I was thinking about so-and-so, and then so-and-so walks around the corner in my dream. So you're instantly manifesting. The dream is literally built from your consciousness. Okay. So bringing that into real life, right? Well, I don't believe this is real life. I still think this is another dream, right? But real life, this real life is also built from your consciousness, right? All of it in its entirety. And I don't encourage you guys to use that in a way that's like, oh my God, I'm responsible for everybody on the planet, right? You know, but understanding that what you would like to affect, you can, period. What you would like to affect, you can. Nothing is outside of your ability to affect it, because nothing is actually outside of you. Nothing is apart from you. Even understanding that this is not you, right? This is what you're being. When I say, I am Olivia, who is Olivia? If there's an I am that precedes Olivia, there's something that came before, right? I was Olivia before my mom decided to name me that. So who was I before that? I was Olivia and I was myself. I had my personality and my spirit in her stomach, right? Before I was even on this plane all the way, right? Before I even came down to earth at all. If this Olivia has been and will go on after this experience, then I'm not this. And the reason I'm pointing this out, you guys, is because when you really believe that this is who you are, this is why you stay limited, because you're believing yourself to be the dream. And just like when you're dreaming, right? If you believe that the dream is real and you're powerless, that's exactly what it is. That's why we have nightmares, right? We shouldn't have nightmares, right? Because we're controlling the dream. There shouldn't be a reason to have a nightmare. But if you don't know that the monster chasing you, right? Or the kidnappers, that's what my nightmares would be, me kidnapped in a basement, right? Trying to escape. So if I don't know that, whoa, I'm in a dream, like I don't have to be kidnapped, then I'm just subject to that. Now, what's funny is because I'm a manifester in my real life, I'm a manifester in my dream, even if I'm not lucid, right? So even though I don't know it's a dream, I know that I can control this, right? I'm like, well, I'm going to manifest that I don't get kidnapped, or I'm going to manifest that I get out of here, right? So this is even making me see like different levels of power. There's being completely asleep in the dream, right? Completely asleep in the dream, where you're subject to the dream. Then the dream can affect you. It can't really harm you, but it can appear to harm you, right? Then you can be still asleep in the dream, still not knowing this is all a dream, but still be kind of practicing that, well, I am a manifester, right? And this is the level of consciousness that a lot of people are operating in real life, right? It's like, I'm in this dream, but I do have some control. I can kind of, this or that. And what we're stepping into is this next level, where it's like, no, all of this is a dream. All of it is a dream. All of it is a projection. None of it is actually real, right? The more that you can see reality as moldable, the easier it is for you to mold. And the more that you see it as concrete and fixed and stuck, right? The more it appears like that. This is why, like for muggles, which is just people who don't know what manifestation is or don't practice it. And for them, there's no speaking over your life. There's no creating your reality. That's all crazy talk, right? That's just insane. And so for them, even though they're literally doing it, right? They ride to work every day and say, my boss hates me. My boss hates me. And then they get there and their boss hates them. And they're like, God, see how unfair life is? You know what I'm saying? They're literally doing it. But to them, life just sucks. It's just so hard. Like, oh, my boss just hates me. I don't really get why, And so it appears like that. And then for us, like Rose, who unbroke her nose in a moment, I'm still on that. I'm still on that story. I think of that every single day. Anytime I have a doubt about anything, I'm like, I don't want to hear that shit. Okay. If noses can crack into place in seconds, I don't want to hear doubt about shit. Okay. Like but that's because that's what Rose decided for herself. And so this is kind of what I was talking about on my live, which is giving yourself the power. There's nobody else to give you the power. There's nobody else to say, oh yeah, you can totally do this. You are expressing on a scale of 1 to God, on a scale of human to God. And you choose how much. You get to say, I'm at about a 3. I'm mostly in my human. I'm not really powerful. And that you'll live a 3 life. And you get to say right now, y'all, at least an 8. Why not a 10? You know, it depends how you're feeling. But know that you have the option, that you have the choice. That is one of the best gifts I feel like I ever received from manifestation, is that I have a choice. Whatever the circumstance is, I can choose again. I don't have to just suffer through this, you know, like I get to choose again. And you have a choice with your ability. You have a choice with how you exercise manifestation. You have a choice to rise in consciousness and to do more incredible wonders with much less effort. And it's really up to you to be audacious enough to decide, to even just try, y'all. I promise you guys, half of it, more than half of it, is just you trying, because contrary to what you're believing, there's no like power generator that you're missing that you need to go plug into to get some power. You are the power. You're the power. You're expressing. And that power is going to express just like that man, that muggle that drives to work every day and says, I hate my boss and he hates me, is power. That's why his boss hates him. His boss might even be looking like, damn, I don't like to hate my employees, but I hate that guy. I don't even know why, you know? And it's like, because you're the power. So it's never about the power. It's about, are you directing it in the way? Are you audacious enough to take your attention away, to take your say so away, to take your agreement away from what is and put it on what you would prefer, what you like, what you want, what you choose. That's it. And it does take audacity, because it's not always just obvious, right? It's not like, you know, oh yeah, there's totally a way out of your circumstance. And most of the time, honestly, it's not going to look like that at all, because your state is proving itself to you. Your consciousness, your assumptions, your decisions are proving themselves to you as manifestations. So this is why you cannot judge by appearances. You can't judge by, even if you're like thinking about your ability, you can't judge by what you've been able to do. It's not about what you've been able to do, right? It's about, what are you deciding that you're able to do now? Yeah, you might have been living as a 3, but you are the one that gets to move that scale, whichever direction that you want, move it all the way to God, right? Move it to magic, and be audacious enough to say, not only what if it were true, but I can accept that for myself. I can accept that I can manifest like magic, that this can be instant and effortless for me, and as it should be. And I will leave on this note: know yourself as a goddess, you guys. Really, like, y'all, take these things that we just say all the time and really accept it as true for a second. What if I am a goddess on earth? Should I be running after anything? Do you think a queen is like, oh my God, I'm out of milk, let me run to the grocery store to go get some? Absolutely not. The queen is not even aware she's out of milk, because that's not her job. All she knows is, my breakfast is going to be here at 10:15. I don't know about the milk or the eggs or anything like that. I don't even know where the grocery store is, okay? It's not my job to get off my throne to do shit. I sit here and I emanate power, and all the people around me, lovingly, it's their honor. They're honored to be the queen's milk go-getter, okay? They're honored to do that. And that's the energy I want you to have about all your manifestations, that all of these things have chosen me. That's the only reason they're popping into my into my awareness. All these things already chose me, and how could they not? You know, how could it not? Like, and so there's nothing for me to do. All I can do is just sit here and be incredible and be in the present and let it unfold for me. There's nothing else for me to do other than that. And really deciding, after you decide that, right? Because everybody says, but what do I decide after I decide? Decide that your decision was enough. Decide that what I did was enough. Just like the queen, when she says, breakfast is going to be at 10:15, she doesn't go and say, hey, servants, how's it coming? Hey, guys, do we have any milk? Hey, guys, you need me to run to the store? No, she knows. She's like, I'll be at the table at 10:15 for my breakfast, period. End of story. So yeah, back to you, Rose.
And I do love being served breakfast, indeed. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you guys so much for coming to the Beautiful Live. Olivia and I are having the magic solution on July 15th. That is Wednesday. There is a regular ticket and there is a VIP session right after. So if you want to spend more time with us in a very small group to get eyes on whatever it is you desire, come to that. We are so excited. We love collaborating and working together. It's just so much joy in the room, as you can tell. So this magic solution is going to be a powerful doorway that you get to walk through. And on the other side is your most magical, phenomenal, wonderful self. So come join us for the joy, for the pleasure, for the magic. And yeah, enjoy your life.
Yay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the beautiful presence here. And yeah, we'll see you present for the magic solution. Have an absolutely beautiful day. The replay for this will be on the YouTubes. So, and catch part 1 if you didn't catch part 1 on Olivia's channel. And obviously follow us both on both platforms because you're amazing, we're amazing, and we get to do this. Have a beautiful day.